Hello, Internet. Today we're going to be talking about the 100 Season 5 death predictions for the upcoming season of 100, which, if you have been following recent news, is said to air this spring on April 24th, 2018. Okay, so first we're going to be talking about Kark and Maddie, who are last seen surviving on the ground after Prime Fire. Okay, so first we got Kark, and now Kark is our main lead, our hero protagonist. Now, personally, I don't think Kark's dying this season, unless the actress who portrays her, Eliza Tyler, wants off the show. Then I could see her dying off, but I don't think that's gonna happen this season. So I say Kark is safe. Up next, we got Maddie. Now, Maddie has been said to be gonna be playing a big part in the story surrounding Kark over these last couple years that she has survived. So I don't think they're gonna be killing Maddie off this season. I think they're going to develop her and Clark's relationship and show their bond that they have grown to have since they met and show a lot of flashbacks to help develop that. So I say Maddie is safe. Alright, so up next we're going to be talking about the survivors up at the Ring of the Ark. Alright, so first we got Bellamy. Now, Bellamy is a big important lead character. However, I do think that there is a possibility that Bellamy could die this season, mainly due to a tweet that the actor who portrays him sent out a couple weeks to a month ago. Now, I'm going to maybe go more into detail on that in another video, and for that reason I think there's a high possibility that Bellamy could die. Alright, moving up next, we got Raven. Now, Raven is a very good character. I feel like she's had a lot of growth in these past couple seasons. However, I feel like right now there's a good 50-50 chance that she could die this season. Either that or she could live and help rebuild civilization, maybe rebuild the tech that was destroyed in the apocalypse. So I feel like right now it's 50-50, but I'm going to say Raven dies. Alright, so moving on, we got Murphy. Now, Murphy is an all-time fan favorite of mine. However, like Raven, I feel like they have a good opportunity to kill him off this season. Now, I do like him, but I feel like since he's become more involved in our group, I feel like they could kill him off, maybe protecting our group, or maybe even protecting Amori. Give him like a good, sad death at the same time. So for that reason, I think Murphy dies. Alright, so moving on next, we got Monty. Now, I don't think Monty's dying this season, mainly due to the fact that we know nothing about him. I feel like we need to get more development from Monty. And I feel like with the death of Jasper last season, I feel like there's a good opportunity to develop him more. Now, if they do develop him more this season, then I could possibly think that they might change and kill him off. But for right now, I say Monty is safe. Alright, so up next we got Harper. Now, I really like Harper. I feel like she's had some great development since her first appearance back in Season 1 on the show. And I feel like they could make her a big main character and develop her and Monty's relationship more. Now, if they do that towards the end of the season, I could kind of see them killing off one of them. However, right now, I feel like both of them are safe. Next, we got Amori. Now, I really like her and Murphy's relationship together. However, right now, I feel like with the new enemy on the rise, her death could push Murphy into a new place and give him more motivation to join our group against the new prison ship and give him a reason to fight and avenge her death. So for that reason, I say Amori is going to die. Now, our final survivor in this group is Echo. Now, Echo I really don't like. I kind of felt like she should have died last season, going with Quark and sacrificing herself so she could save the group. However, we got her this season. Now, I don't really know where they're going with her story, but I feel like this season she should die. Maybe protecting Quark or Octavia and avenging what she did wrong last season and kind of proving herself as a hero. So honestly, I hope she dies. Moving on next, we're going to be talking about the survivors in the Second Dawn bunker, starting off with Octavia. Now, recently I've seen a lot of the new titles coming for the season, and I think there's a good possibility that Octavia could die this season, either her or Bellamy. So I'm gonna say one of them's dying. I want to say 50-50 on each of them. However, I might go into further detail on why I think both of them or either of them should die or could die this season. So for that reason, I'm gonna leave it as 50-50. Next, we have Indra. Now, I really like Indra. She's one of the strongest characters I think that the show has right now. However, I feel like right now there's a good opportunity, like Murphy and Raven, for her to be killed off. I feel like they kind of missed out last season. They should have killed her off during the conclave. However, I feel like right now it's a good opportunity. I'm going to go further into this when I talk about Gaia, but for right now, I'm going to say Indra dies. Up next, we got Abby. Now, unlike most fans, I really like Abby, and I don't think she's going to die this season, mainly due to the fact that she and Clark should be reuniting at the beginning of the season, and I feel like her death would really crush Clark. I don't think we need to see a broken Clark right now. I feel like we need to see a strong Clark leading our group. So right now, I say Abby lives. Up next, we got Kane. Now, Kane is an all-time fan favorite of mine since the beginning. And for that reason, I'm going to say Kane is safe. I don't think he should be dying off anytime soon. I'm looking forward to seeing the flashbacks of him after the big decision at the end of last season and seeing a broken Kane. So I'm going to say Kane is safe for this season. Moving on next, we got Jaha. Now, like Abby, and unlike most fans, I really like Jaha. I like his philosophical nature. However, since he's been a reoccurring character this coming up season, there's a good 50-50 chance he dies. However, I'm kind of 50-50 on that. I feel like he could die, he could live. I really wouldn't care. The only thing that I'm hoping for with his character this season is they keep him taking care of that guy's kid from last season. I hope they don't just forget about it and throw it to the wayside like they did on Under the Dome. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what they do with his character moving forward. But I'm going to say 50-50 for Jaha. Moving on next, we got Miller. Now, Miller, like Harper, is a big fan favorite of mine in the recurring characters. Now, I feel like he is safe and not going to die this season, mainly due to his dad sacrificing himself last season. Now, if he does die, I feel like that would make his dad's sacrifice very meaningless. I mean, for us, it feels like it just kind of happened because it's not been 6 years like it's been on the show. So for that reason, I feel like Miller is safe. Moving on next, we got Jackson. Now Jackson, I'm surprised he has lasted as long as he has. He never really does much for the overall plot and story of the show. He's mainly just there to prop up Abby as a character. And I don't believe him and Miller are going to have anything kind of relationship moving forward. I kind of think this is his season to die, and if not, he most likely never will. And how I'd want to see him die is in battle. He's going out, there's injured soldiers dying on the battlefield, so he goes out and is either clipped by friendly fire or maybe even stabbed by a grounder. So, for that, I'm going to say Jackson dies. Moving on next, we have Gaia. Now, I said earlier that I think Indra's going to die, and mainly I think Gaia is going to be affected the most by this. And I feel like, if you remember last season, there was a big argument between her and Indra about how she never became the warrior that Indra wanted her to. So I feel like if Indra dies, this could be a good chance to develop Gaia more and make her a bigger character this season. Now, my vision would be that in battle, Indra gets clipped or dies, stabbed somehow. She dies, and on her dying bed, she brings us back up to Gaia about how she wished she could have been the warrior or something, and then dies in Gaia's arms, and then Gaia maybe mourns for a bit, but then picks up her mother's sword and goes all crazy and walks out and like slaughters all the people that killed their mother or something like that. Now I think that'd be great and great development for a character. And then maybe after that she takes on her mom's role as like Octavia's second in command or like advisor kind of thing. So I'm gonna say Gaia lives. Up next we got Nyla. She's been kind of Clark's new love interest, kind of the Alexa replacement. I'm not a big fan of this character, honestly. I kind of don't like her due to the fact that she's just Lexa's replacement. So I'm hoping she dies this season. Hope she dies either from a gunshot from the new prison survivors, or maybe even stabbed by a rogue grounder or someone who doesn't like her. So I'm gonna say she dies. Now last we're gonna go for some of the minor characters like Costa or Brian, and mainly for these two I'm gonna say both of them it's kind of 50-50. Costa doesn't really do much, he's just kind of a background soldier kind of character. I'm gonna say it's 50-50 pretty much. He could die, he could live. I'm gonna say 50-50. As for Brian, his actor who plays him is on a new show. He's the lead, or one of the leads, so I'm gonna say he possibly either is not gonna appear or is just dead or somewhere in the background doing something. I kind of wish he would die, and if he does, I kind of hope they do kill him off to push Miller and maybe just get rid of him because he probably won't ever be on the show again. So for that reason, I'm gonna say both of these characters die. Finally, we got this kid, Ethan, I think his name is, the kid of the guy that was siding with Jaha last season, who asked Jaha to take care of his kid. Now, honestly, I think it's pretty much 50-50 with this kid. They could kill him off, they could keep him alive. I feel like they should keep him alive. I hope they do, and give him and Jaha an interesting story. I don't really hope they don't just forget about it and just make it go away like they did Under the Dome. I really hope they keep him alive and do something. I don't know if they'd kill him because I feel like with shows like this, they don't really like to show death of kids a lot. And I feel like with the child labor laws, they could do something where he's just kind of in the background, mentioned maybe, not to do much. I kind of hope he does because I feel like at this point he's a young teen maybe. I feel like they could do something with him. But mainly I feel like it's 50-50. They could do either or. I'm going to say he's 50-50. Alright, those have been my death predictions for the upcoming Season 5 of the 100. If you liked this video, please like and share. And please stay tuned. I'm hoping when the show comes on to do more reviews and talk and discussions about the 100. So please stay tuned and like and share. Thank you. This has been your host, the Zombie Fan, and see you next time.